and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Patrice again. Give me love again. Give me love again.
Just giving you guys a couple seconds to come on into the room quickly, and then we're going to jump right into today ladies' room. Like I told you all from early, Patrice Roberts and Ricardo Drue, they're blessing us with their presence in the room today. So coming in as quickly as you can. And of course, hit the share button and let's get the love flowing, yeah?
Tell me you want me. Tell me you need me. 10 times over. And I will tell you I want ya. And I will tell you I need ya. 10 times over. Baby, I really wanna bring it up on you. Wanna be bubbling up in your bed. Wanna be wrapped up in your arms. Wanna be with you forever. I really wanna bring it up on you. Wanna be bubbling up in your bed. Wanna be wrapped up in your arms. Baby, I'm so into you, into you, into you. I'm so into you, into you, into you. After I will give it to you, into you, into you.
And we are just about ready. So let me just get my guest on mute there, Mike. And we are ready to blast off this morning. Good morning again, everybody. Welcome to another ladies' room, final one for the week, right here on Power 95. It's so good of you to join us, as always. We appreciate your presence and your company. Remember, as soon as you get into the room, just hit the share button and let's get the love flowing, all right? So without any further ado, let me say good morning and welcome to Ricardo and Patrice. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Power 95.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, everything is good on your end?
Loud and clear.
Wonderful. Well, they always say ladies first, so I'm going to go with my lady first right now. Patrice, how are you?
I am blessed. I mean, I'm glad to see another day. This pandemic has been really something else.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to wake up every morning is a blessing. So I'm fine.
Good. Talking about this pandemic being something else, how have you been coping? How have you been dealing with it and keeping it together?
Actually, the first lockdown for me was really frustrating, but I've learned to adapt. You know, I've been releasing music. We just did Strength of a Woman. That was really successful. So it's not what I want it to be, but I'm making the best of it.
Mm-hmm. And Ricardo, how about you? How has that been for you, this whole lockdown and not being able to jet set all over the world and perform before your audience? How has that been for you?
To be honest with you, I think that the pandemic, not people getting sick and not that aspect of it, but the lockdown aspect of it actually helped me a lot. It gave me a chance to really reset and kind of just find myself again, because at one point I believe that I was just a little bit lost. And because there was so much going on and there was always this travel here and travel there, I really never got a chance to sit down and just reset. So when that happened, I was able to do that. My creativity, it started to spike, and I started to do a lot more things that I wanted to do. So I think it actually, while, oh, sorry guys, you hear me? I'm hearing you there. Hello?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Mm-hmm.
Hello.
We're hearing you. I think a call probably coming through and sort of messed up your audio. So just jump out and come back in. Yeah, that's the problem when we're using phones for the lives. It sort of disrupts everything when a call or whatever comes through. I think we back. Yeah, I think you got a call. We disrupted the flow. All right, got you. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so it just gave me an opportunity to just reset and put myself in a different space, and I'm grateful for that. Definitely not grateful for the pandemic though.
I think that's the sentiment of a lot of artists. They're saying that this pandemic really gave them a time to remember family and to just touch base with friends and just be normal for a little bit because of course there's from one carnival practically carnivals are popping up all over the world, so you're from one carnival, major carnival in Trinidad, then you're all over in other carnivals, and you don't really get that time to just sit still, be still, and
Correct.
be with love and family and just find time. So a lot are agreeing that we really needed this reset for a bit. We just needed to
We did.
stop, breathe for
We
a
did.
little.
We did.
Mhm.
And
So
you know what? If you didn't learn anything throughout this pandemic, then I don't think you're going to learn anything for a while.
exactly. So Patrice, what would you say would be your biggest takeaway from the pandemic? As Ricardo said, talking about lessons. What would be your lesson, your takeaway?
Family, like you said, being able to spend time with my family. I have been traveling since Marshall days and haven't stopped. So I have gotten a minute to stop and connect with friends. I'm an introvert, so I don't usually go out there and socialize. I've gotten the opportunity to socialize and smile and unwind for a bit. So
Socialize in a very distant way. In a very distant way.
yeah.
I understand that introvert bit, and folks don't understand that when you're out so often, when you're in this field, when you're in this the career where you're always surrounded by people, being by yourself is one of the best feelings ever. Just for a while, not that I don't like y'all, but just like being by yourself is just a wonderful thing. And they always say, "Well, how does an introvert and somebody who's doing artist or whatever, how do you make it work?" Considering
Quite fine. I actually could be on my home without any television, with anybody
Just
around,
a
and I'm
phone.
fine.
Just a phone.
Well, yeah,
That's
just
it.
my phone and I'm good.
I know that feeling all too well. So we're gonna get Ricardo to come through. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get him to come through and spill a little bit more beans. But nonetheless, lots of new music. One thing I realized the pandemic did not stop music, and to me, this is what kept us sane. Because without it, I think a lot of us would have lost our sanity, not being able to go out like we usually do. Because that's what Caribbean people do. We go out, we hug, we lime, we drink, and have a good time. And I think this is what we really have to say a big thank you to you guys, the artists who decided, you know what, pandemic, no pandemic, music have to play. Radio stations on every day, people on YouTube. You're seeing so many views every day because people want something to keep them sane.
Right.
How has that been for you?
Well, to be honest, it's a situation where soca is given to us for so long. I mean, there's been so many times where it's just given us, given us, given us, given us, given us. And, now that it is on a standstill, it was our turn to give back to it. Even if we weren't making much or making anything from it, this is just our time to say, all right, you've had us for how many ever years, now we have you. And that goes for the entire fraternity, that goes for the DJs, that goes for the people, the supporters, the fans, everybody out there. So we just felt, and it's just a group of us, I mean, all over the world, we just felt like it was our responsibility to pick up that mantle and just give in, regardless of what the outcome was. And I think, a lot of us were successful in that. A lot, not just, artists from Trinidad, but artists from all over the world, Grenada, everywhere. It's just, it's been embraced, it's been accepted. And not only that, the music is now changing from this jump, wine, carnival time to now we can play a soca song on a Sunday and enjoy it while you're cleaning your house or if you're driving in the car, or. So
Mhm.
I think that's where we're at.
I think it's also a opportunity for us to, you know, get out of the seasonal music and just put
Yes.
out different genre of music. For me, I just want to tap into different genres, do different things, collab with big artists. Like the world is watching, so this is an opportunity for us to just give it to them.
I totally agree. And you guys have been doing that. Now, let's speak on this whole virtual experience because I'm sure, like the rest of us, we never thought in a minute we'll be sitting at home for an entire year plus looking at artists on stage and there's no flag in the air, there's no lighters, there's no having, that presence. How has that experience been for you? Because you guys have performed on a number of virtual events. How has that been? What is that like? Singing and you know that people are watching, but they're not in front of you. What is that like?
Talk.
Uh, I wouldn't say stuff though, because I mean it's almost like doing a music video. You're still trying to connect with the people. For me, it's been difficult at first because we are accustomed, being physically there with fans, but after a while it became really well, after a while it became really easy. And probably this is something that we have to get used to. Who
You see it
knows?
on TV and you just never. I saw it on TV. I don't know about Patsy, but yeah, I never thought in a million years that is what we'd be doing. I'd be like, nah, man, that's for the movies. I mean, it's something that you have to adjust to, because if you don't adjust, you'll get lost. But I personally, I of course, like any other artist, I would prefer to have some people in front of me to give me that genuine energy. I can't assume what's going on behind that screen. And when I'm performing, I'm a crowd reader. So like I'll look over, and if I see the left side of the crowd looking a certain way or the right side of the crowd looking a certain way, I will just adjust off the fly.
Mhm.
So for me, it was a bit of an adjustment, but we got to make it.
And of course, feeding off that energy, you have to imagine that energy is there. So I can imagine it'd be a bit tougher for you, but of course, women are resilient. So Patrice was able to work.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Of
go.
course.
Here we go. Is
Women
there,
are
is there a guy in that studio?
listen, listen.
Hello?
We can adjust to anything, and she adjusted quickly. So you need to catch up otherwise. All right.
Well, you know what? She's in the front, and I just in the back here to make sure if she fall, I have her.
I love that.
Good
Good
answer.
response indeed. Yeah, that's a good response for real. Now, in terms of course, Patrice, you realize that they've also given you the opportunity to dabble in other areas, your skincare, your stuff. Tell us about that. Is that something you ever thought you would be doing apart from music?
Yes, I always wanted to do this, but this is the perfect opportunity. I have a lot of music and a lot of trick up my sleeve. I love a lot of material to release. That's coming soon. Stay tuned for that.
Looking forward to that. Someone is saying that we definitely need a plug as to how our folks outside of the Trinidad can get your soap and whatever else you've got going on.
Oh, they can get this soap. Your soap.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually are now trying to figure it out. It's only locally for now.
Okay.
As soon as we get that information, I'm gonna put it on my page.
Great. All right. So the person asking, as soon as you have there's information, you will know as to how you can get some of that as well. All right. So we want to look a little bit at your concert you had a couple nights ago. OMG. The outfits, everything was just on point.
Thank
Um,
you.
Ricardo, we're not taking anything away from you,
No,
but
no, no, you go ahead, man. You go ahead. You go ahead.
Patrice was just the belle of the ball on that night. I mean, did you ever? How did it all come about? How did you decide? You know what? There's no actual event, but virtually we're gonna make it work. How difficult was it?
My team. I was scared to do it at first. My team had it all figured out. They had the concept and everything, and I said, why not? Like Ricardo said, this is an opportunity to give back, to your fans, and I just wanted to go all out. I said, if I'm doing it, it can't be halfway.
Mhm.
So I decided to just put it all out there. And I had fun. I mean, the production was amazing, the artist was amazing, the vibe were amazing. Um, I don't want to do it virtually again, but it was definitely amazing.
We'd work with that. So, Ricardo, how was that experience for you?
Me, I was just glad, man. I've seen her work. I've seen her put in the tears, the pain. I've seen the good. I've seen the bad.
That's what we're there for.
And just and I know Patrice has this thing, right, where she is like confident from the time she plans to the time the day comes, and then the day of, it's just I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous, and I always try to tell her to trust in the efforts, trust in what you're doing, trust in the work that you're putting in, because at the end of the day, when you trust in that, the end result will always be great. And as she can see, it was great. And for me, it's a proud moment. I'm happy for her, and we'll just continue to do what we do. And anytime she needs my support in that regard, she has it.
Mhm. Talking about support, that was going to be my next question to Patrice and, of course, to you, Ricardo. Support. How important, seeing that the two of you are in the same field, same careers, music is
Mhm.
your. How do you make it work?
Trial and error.
We bump head a lot because we're both strong-headed. He have his goals, I have mine, but some way it seems to work out.
At the end of the day, it's all about making sure that we filter what we need to filter out and get what we need to get accomplished. So even if that means we don't agree on it from time to time, we will make it work somehow because not only it's not only about us, but it's about Lily. And then I have four sons as well. So it's just about making sure that they have a life that they deserve or a life that we never had.
And on the nights, you gave much love to Patrice, and not many men are okay stepping back and saying, you know what, she's got it. I'm just here, like you said, in case she falls, I'm gonna push her right back up.
Mhm.
How do you feel doing that though?
Be
I
honest.
be honest.
Yes.
That's my job. That's my job. I try to be. I mean, let's face it, right? Patsy is actually, in my opinion, one of the, if not one of, or if not the top soca artist right now.
Right now.
And I feel like, if I'm not at that point, then I can just lend all my energy and give my strength where I can to assist her in that field. And I just keep doing my thing. So for me, it's all about that. It's all about focusing on the goal, focusing on the prize, and just making sure we get what we need to get done.
Patrice, how important is that support to you?
It's definitely really important. When he's here, I feel actually motivated to conquer the world. I
Mm.
don't feel good. I
Feel
feel like
good. Feel
I'm
good.
complete. Like yes, I am strong enough to do this. The support for me is really important, and I really thank him. He's a great person, a great man, a great father,
I
and
like
a
that.
great support.
I mean, not we, as sometimes as women we don't take time enough to really big up the men who keep us together. People just see the end product and not realize that behind all of this they don't see when the ugly face comes on, when you're crying, when you're feeling depressed or you're tired. They only see the finished glam on stage, the hair done, face beats and everything, but it takes a lot before you get to that point. Now you're an artist, you're a mother, a woman to a wonderful person. How for women, for young women especially looking up, because you always hear them say, what, Patrice, we look up to Patrice, we look up to Patrice. How do you feel hearing that, and how do you make it work? How do you make sure you take care of your daughter, take care of your family, and of course your career? How do you do?
It's really difficult at times, especially when you have to leave her. But I have a great support. My mom, family around. That is really important. As long as you're there, then I know I could do what I have to do. So the support of family for me.
Mhm. How is she doing though? Seeing you guys more often now. I mean, I'm sure she must be really happy having mommy, daddy.
Yeah, I don't think when this thing is over, I don't know. I don't know how she would take it when we have to leave because she's really attached, mommy and daddy, and
Mhm.
she don't want us to go anywhere. Even if we're in public taking pictures, she
Mhm.
feels that way.
She's been involved a lot in the things that we've been doing. Like even with this last video that we did, she
Mhm.
was there. And you can see that there's a desire to want to be like, before we did this interview, she said, Daddy, when I grow up, I want to do my own interview by myself, just like you and my mommy. So it's there. The passion is there, the character is there, the charisma is there, and I'm highly, highly, highly sure that she's going to do something in the entertainment.
I was about to ask, how would you guys feel if she's like, okay, I'm ready to sing my first song. I'm ready to be an artist like the both of you. How would you feel? Is that something you'll support?
I think Patrice is going to wait till she's about 60 to say she can.
Yeah. I'm very protective of my daughter and her being in the limelight. I am not sure if I'm ready for that. And he is totally. I am it's half, 50-50,
Sixty forty.
20,
60
20.
her, 60 her, 40 me.
Let's just say Drew is all for it, but you're not quite there yet. But maybe you'll get
No.
around to it. But at the end of the day, if there's something she really wants, hey, she's gonna sing anyways. Now, everybody for the past couple of days since this rhythm drop have been going. As a matter of fact, you guys been dropping the teasers. You've been talk about hi. She heard her name. Yeah, we were talking about you, but all good. We were talking about "Toxic," the song in the background, and it's just shooting up the charts.
Mm.
Tell us about how and why you guys decided to do a song like this that we can all relate to at this point in our lives. Toxic. So let's talk about toxic.
Well, to be real honest with you, this
Yes,
is as honest as it
real,
comes.
real honest, right?
Real, fiercely honest.
All right, let's hear it.
I was actually sitting down with Preeti, um, Preeti, myself, his wife, and Patrice. We were sitting down and we were having a conversation. Preeti was talking to me about one of his friends, and they were going through something. And he's like, "Yo, I was talking to his wife, and his wife was like, I know I'm wrong, but I'm never going to tell him I'm wrong because I can't let him know I'm wrong."
Oh
And
wow.
I was like, "Wow, that's rough." And Pretty looks at me and he goes, "Yeah, man, that's toxic." And like, I don't know, like a brick just hit me in my head. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go right. So I went up in the back. I went upstairs and I was just looking at the stars and just decided to start writing. Now I didn't write the song to any music at all. Nothing. So when I came back now and I told Patsy about it, I showed her the idea and she was like, "That's cool." And then I had heard a rhythm from Steven, and it just so happened that the melodies that I wrote for the song just fit perfectly on the rhythm. So I called Steven and I said, "Steven, send this to me." And I wrote it one way, and then I was listening to a radio on a so- on I was listening to radio and I heard a song come on, and this man was talking about so many different things, and I was like, "Man, that's real. I need to be as real as that." So then I started to use some of my personal experiences, some of our personal experiences, and I did some research and just called some friends, asked them, what they went through, and I started to piece everything together. And the rest was history. We decided, the whole concept behind it is not that we are toxic, but people have this perception that because your relationship is not this storybook and it's not a happily ever after, it's not a get together, get married, die,
It's
you
toxic.
know it's a breakup here, it's a breakup there, it's toxic, and that's not necessarily the case. We're all different. We all have things to figure out, and if you want to say that we're toxic because of that, well then,
Maybe we are, but we're still happy, right?
yeah, whatever you want to think, that's what you think. I'm good.
I'd have a bigger issue if we didn't argue at all. Something's wrong if there's no
Yeah,
argument in the relationship.
Exactly.
What is
If
what
you
is
if you don't
timing?
if you don't block and then unblock him, then
Listen,
something is
any woman that has not done that, I don't know where you are. If you have not blocked the person you love about 3, 4, 5 times and unblock them
yep,
after they find other means to
or
contact,
even delete their numbers completely and expect them to call you.
yes, like and still upset. Like, why didn't you come?
I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want.
Oh,
You've experienced that, Drew?
Me, I'm learning about this now. You delete my number.
a lot. And then I call a friend, what is his number again? Did he call you?
Listen, if as a woman you have not done that at any point in time, then you need to question that love of yours. You're supposed to block him a couple times. You're
Nah,
supposed to block him a couple
she
times.
get blocked a few times. Well, like, hey, enough. I don't want to talk about. You know what? Block.
And for 5 minutes.
Just so she could stop. Just so she could stop, and then
Listen,
I'll unblock. Hey, you good?
we keep you blocked until we've satisfied ourselves. Okay, I can believe you've done enough to get unblocked. You don't get
Yeah,
blocked after 5 minutes. Let me give
yeah,
you a couple hours, even a couple of days, and then you're unblocked. So
Yes.
you got to work properly to get that unblocked. So I like that you guys are keeping it totally real, and of course the folks in
have
the
to,
room,
man.
they're totally I totally love 'em because at the end of the day, hate it or like it, you are out there. People see you, they look up to you. And I think there's this perception that people who are in the limelight, who are out there, you're supposed to be perfect. You have
Perfect.
to look
Exactly.
perfect, or you have to behave perfect, and you're not supposed to have any issues. And if you do, something's wrong with you. How do
Facts.
you deal with things like that, though?
It's frustrating.
It's a lot of responsibility they put on us that it doesn't necessarily need to be on us. We are human like everybody else.
Everybody else.
We make mistakes. We cry. We laugh. I mean, we do the same thing. If it puts us is the same blood.
Mhm, mhm.
But what is important is the most important thing the fact that we could get it together and the madness between him and I, it works for us.
Then whatever.
More man from her, though. More man from her.
Who is the first one to apologize?
Me, yeah,
Yeah.
even if I'm wrong or even if he's wrong, I would just say sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, no problem.
Yeah. I have to take my time, and not because I don't want to apologize, but because if I'm upset, I am not the person to just switch it off. Understand? I have to let the pot cool
And
down.
he is still not going to
No,
apologize.
I will
No,
apologize.
he will
I
just
will.
say, okay,
You
no
see what you're
problem.
doing? No, but I have to let the pot cool down. I
Drew,
can't
Drew, like
function.
Drew, do you like say, Patsy, I am sorry? Do you ever say those exact words?
I have.
When?
I have.
See something,
I,
and they say that women don't do it. So now we realize that there are women who actually apologize, even when they're not wrong. Even
Sometimes I would say, so you're not going to apologize. Um, no, I'm not wrong. He's wrong.
what's
if I don't believe I'm wrong, it'll take a little while. I'm one of those burn to learn kind of people. Like I have to see it, I have to experience it. So if I believe it's one way, and I'm not saying this is the right way. As I say, the pot have to cool down first. If the pot is steaming, all you're going to get is heat.
wow? What sign are you?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, jeez, I could have told you that.
Roar,
Wow, I could have told.
roar.
I just got that Leo energy from you. I could have
You
told you.
did what?
Yes,
What?
with that not from the minute time you said Patrice said about the not apologizing part, I was like, why does he feel? Why do am I
No, but
getting?
I do apologize. Don't take Patsy too seriously there. I
Yeah,
do. I really.
Patrice, what's your sign?
Aries.
You got that energy too, huh? Did you?
Aries are cool, calm, and collective.
Oh my God!
It take-
This
no, they are, but
I'm smelling favoritism here.
they're very stubborn and could be
Yeah.
ignorant as well. Very stubborn, but they know when to back down. So yeah, the folks out there are so enjoying this conversation. You guys are keeping it real, and they love that. Seeing you guys being yourselves. So let's talk about moving ahead.
Mm.
Carnival 2021 is behind you. Last year, Trinidad was on top of the moon. They were the only ones to have a carnival while we were struggling and trying to come to terms with not having it. Y'all were so happy. We had a carnival. Y'all had your carnival, and nobody else got to experience that in 2020. 2021, no carnival. Looking ahead, what's next? We've seen the music video for Toxic with you guys together. Is there anything else you'll be working on in the future? Because we love this one, so that means there's more.
Well, we try to take, well, as far as a combination project, we try to take that one step at a time. For me, a lot of the times when it comes to Patrice, there's so many opinions. There's so many people that have something to say that I tend to kind of just stay far from connecting in that way, because I don't want anybody to say, oh, he's just trying to use her to get where she's at. And so I just try to do my own thing. But this definitely was the right time, the right song, and the right place. I just felt like I just felt like the song was right. She felt like the climate was right. And if something else presents itself, then yeah, we have done songs before that we just shelved. We actually have a whole video that we shelved actually the year before. So there are things that we will be working on, and beyond that, she has my full support, and I know I have her full support in whatever we're doing. We do have a lot of solo projects that we're going to be doing from this point, some rhythms that we'll be on together. And that's what we're just doing, just trying to be as powerful as we can.
Patrice, what's next in the pipelines for you? What music wise, whatever wise, like of course.
I'm working on some collaborations. Afrobeat
Mhm.
and another big acts. For me, I just wanna take the music and the career to a different level. So every month I'm trying to release something.
And you've dabbled a bit already in the reggae side of things. What about the other genres? A little R&B, soulish vibe, a little dancehall. Some. What does that look
I
like for you?
actually just released a song called "I Love You More"
Yeah,
on Doctor Love Rhythm.
got it.
It's kind of R&B-ish. So yeah, I've already started.
So we're looking forward. We're definitely looking forward to. Someone here is asking, what about collabs with Grenadian artists? Is that something you guys will consider?
Well, I actually have two collabs right now out there. One's called Jumbie Walk with Lil Natty and Thunder,
Mhm.
which I heard was doing pretty well up there. I saw a lot of videos and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. For me, Grenada has always been a market that I've wanted to penetrate. Because I know the people are real. If they don't like you, they
You
don't
know,
like you.
it's true.
We
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
time to no, no.
Every
No.
opportunity presents itself for me, I'll definitely do it.
Patrice is
I have
already
this
part
time.
Grenadian. She's part Grenadian, so she knows the love there. We don't have to explain it.
Yeah, true. I just don't have a house or anything there yet, but I'm gonna
She
special.
knows the love. The love is always real here. So, somebody has had another question. Any question, quick guys, because we're wrapping up shortly. You saw so many folks are agreeing with me with that Leo energy. They felt the same thing.
What?
I am so
What?
right. So Leos are just filled with egos that don't need to be there.
Big egos,
That don't need to be.
huge.
We want to folks following you wanting to know more, how can they find you? And of course, like I said, congrats on Toxic. That video is just I'm seeing the numbers rising every second, and of course it's all the way up on the chart as well. So for folks wanting to get more of you, how can they do that?
Well, before we get into that, yeah, I know you brought up the charts.
Hmm.
I believe we were at number 9 a day ago. I think it dropped to number 13. So we urging everybody out in Grenada and anybody that's listening right now to just continue to stream it, continue to support it. We want to get it in the top 5. And in that top 5, in that top 10, there's only Shaggy and Bob Marley's right through. So it's like it's some big numbers being streamed, so we need all the support that we can get to get it up in that top 5. And continue to support us. As far as we're concerned, I think the video did maybe 100,000 in a day. And I think we're almost at 160 or something like that right now. So just thank you for everything. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram. Go follow. Don't listen to the Leo energy. I'm not that egotistical. I'm not.
Says
I, I,
every Leo.
you see, you're supposed to be on my side.
Says every Leo that I know. I'm not egotistical. Every Leo.
hmm
So,
Um, so you can follow me at it's Drue ITSDRUE on Instagram. That's and all the rest of my information is on that page.
And for me, it's Patrice Roberts One, Facebook and Twitter. Patrice R Music. So come join us, follow us. Like you said, continue streaming, continue supporting. We love you. Thank you for the love and the support. And music is, and we're now getting started. Every single month we promise to actually. Well, I don't know about him. Promise to
She
give
doesn't
you.
even know about me, guys. Like, she don't know.
I do, but
wow. Wow.
You
That
see?
how
okay, every month
a little bit.
we.
And then we'll come off the phone and she's like, you were wrong for that. And I'll be like, I'm not wrong.
You see, wow.
Somebody's asking Drew, they're asking if Patrice has been doing any cooking whatsoever.
Wow, nah, Patsy could put down.
She could.
I think that's one of the reasons I stayed.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Don't think I'll be able to find anybody that can cook as beautifully as she can.
What is the best dish she does put on?
Her best dish I don't like. It's dumpling.
No,
No,
No, she puts on a mean lasagna. A very mean lasagna. I'll
I've
give her
never
that.
had any man from the Caribbean not like in Dublin.
And I'm not a dumpling fan at all. And maybe it's because she cooks it so much.
I love it because I do. I like it. I love it.
Monday dumpling, Monday afternoon
No, that's
dumpling,
not true.
Tuesday
Wow.
for lunch dumpling and chicken. Wednesday, dumpling and saltfish.
Wow.
Tuesday is like dumpling and rice.
Wow, bro.
Wow. You need to send him out the street and go buy his own food. You see what they
Exactly.
say about kindness, what happens to you? Wow.
I'm
So,
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
but she can put down in the kitchen. So you have a good conversation. Good.
Actually, she's taught me a lot when it comes to that.
Nice, nice. So what about you? Can you cook?
I can now, you know, I
Minus dumpling?
I minus dumpling. I'll eat dumpling if I have to, but I can do a mean chicken parmesan now. If you taste my fried chicken, you'll never go back to KFC again. I'm so lying. I'm so lying. I'm so
Now you
lying.
can make like Mexican dishes, like
I can do. I like to do tacos and burritos and
like
stuff like that.
those American stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I like that. So you have a Caribbean side and somebody else doing the American side. That's
We
that's good.
switch it up sometimes.
Breakfast is my thing though.
Well,
I'm big
true.
on breakfast.
Yeah. You guys seem to have a method that is working for you, and it's say, like you said in the song, if it's working for you, hey, who cares what us
Whatever.
think? We does not matter. Final words before we go, guys. So lots of folks listening and viewing. So all the fans who've been following and supporting. Anything you want to say to them before we run?
I'll just thank you. Thank you for the love and the support. I truly love you, my friend. I mean, you have been there at my best, my worst. Is almost like we're family. I feel so connected to you. I feel the love. I see the comments, the DMs. I love you.
Yeah,
And I
for me,
must add that you're right about Patrice is so right about you being there and and how different she feels and different because I've interviewed her before in studio and her energy now is way different. It's though the shyness, it's not like the introvert really comes out of her when she's doing interviews. She's like, oh God, I don't want to be here. You can see it on
Yeah.
her. Today she's like, definitely loving this. So Drew, you're doing something good. So thank you so much for taking care of our sister.
thank you,
Now,
man.
final words to our listeners.
Yeah, for me, I just want to tell everybody out there, man, be safe. I know it's really rough right now, not only, financially for a lot of people, but it's also a mental strain for a lot of people as well. So, protect your mental health, protect your health, be safe. I know it's not something you guys want to do right now, but we got to do it until we can calm this down. And we love you, we love ladies. Well, I love you, ladies, and fellas, big up. You understand?
So,
Awesome.
So
these comments are killing me.
I had to put that out there. And of course, just we appreciate every bit of support, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon, man.
So somebody says final word from the audience. They're speaking on behalf of the viewing party. Ladies, if you want to be happy like Patrice, get you a red South man.
Whoa yo, whoa yo.
Wait and see what we can do.
Want to be happy, just live. Block out the negativity. People will have opinions. The opinions doesn't matter. What matters is the opinions of both of us. He's there for me, I'm there for him. And make your madness work.
It's a
It
good
can be
life.
crazy sometimes, but craziness works.
It
Yeah,
works for you.
and one last thing. If you are in an abusive relationship, don't stay. You understand? We will never support that. We will never say, hey, your life is at risk, but make it work.
Yeah.
No, if your life is at risk, get out of town. But if it's something that you believe in and you think it could work and you guys can make it happen without risk to either of you, then do what you got to do, man.
I'm so happy you ended on that note because the rest of the Caribbean, the world, we're definitely following up what's happening in Trinidad, and of course, making sure that women are okay and are being protected. And it's good to have the artists themselves because so many people listen to you, look up to you, having you come out and speak on it. It's a good look. So thanks so much for that, guys. Really appreciate it, and thanks so much for taking time out to check in with us on Inside the Ladies Room. Appreciate it a whole lot.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Go stream, people. Go stream.
Yeah, gotcha. Alrighty. And that takes care of our room this morning. Final one for the week. Thank you so much, Drew. Thank you so much, Patrice. I really enjoyed that one. I hope you guys did as well. And of course, an invitation is extended to you to join us on Monday again when we're back inside the room. Elimas Gilbert, Yeah, as always, no behavior in the room, right? Thanks so much, Becky. Thank you, Petra. Dwight, who else is there? Debbie, Kimo, Della, Patrice. Who else is there? Moesha, Rush, big up yourself. Jenny James, Joanna Gilbert, thank you so much. Shanice, Sade John. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, I missed a whole lot of you. Jackie Adams, good morning. Ranisha, good morning. Lindy Paul, good morning. Hope you guys have a good Thursday. Stay powered up. We got more love coming your way. Remember, the ladies' room came to you. Compliments Western Union and Beacon Insurance.